My name is Carolyn Montorse. I am mom to a 7-year-old girl named Karis. I am also the Chief Learning and Development Officer at Industrious Agency, where I help leaders and teams become better communicators. I teach in the Strategic Communications program at Columbia University, and I coach data analytics students at Full Stack Academy. The gender gap has undoubtedly widened since the pandemic hit. We know that in states where there have been crazy childcare disruptions, the gender gap has widened the most. We know that women have left their jobs at a greater rate than men have, and many women have also had to modify their work schedules to accommodate for childcare disruptions. With that said, I do feel really hopeful about the future. If I think about what parental leave policies looked like 2 years ago or even 5 years ago, they weren't even called parental leave policies. They were called maternity leave policies. And I think that we've come a long way in making those really progressive. I think the next step in the process to help push this forward and to help people succeed and to help them retain them into the workforce is to support not just the work experiences of employees, but the life experiences, because our lives have melded together like never before. I think that we are getting policy right, but now we have to encourage our employees to actually make it a practice. If we look at the statistics, we see that less than half of secondary caregivers take advantage of all of the parental leave benefits that are offered to them. The same research tells us that when they do take advantage of all of the parental leave benefits, the primary caregiver in the family thrives. They're more likely to return to work and to grow. That is exactly what we need for the future. We need to be encouraging our employees without shame, without guilt, without penalties to take advantage of the progressive policies that have been implemented. I think that we all have to do a better job at understanding the difference between remote work and flexible work. Remote work is a modality, and if you are a working mother and you've had a child interrupt a Zoom call, you know right away that remote work is in fact a modality. Flexible work, on the other hand, is working with your employees to set super ambitious goals. And you can coach them, you can inspire them with options on how to achieve these goals. You can communicate with them, you can help them enforce boundaries. But ultimately, flexible work means letting go and allowing your employees to achieve those ambitious goals in their own way. If this pandemic has done anything for us, anything positive for us in the workplace, it has proven that this is entirely possible. The Great Resignation has taught us that if employees don't have opportunities to grow, they will go. And I think this concept applies to parents probably more than anybody else, especially working moms. We need opportunities to grow, whether we're just coming back from a parental leave or if we have several children at home, we still need opportunities to grow. Everybody today is reading about the stay interview. Leaders are interviewing their employees, checking in with them, seeing how things are going on. And because we work in the advertising and rebranding is what we do and what we do best, I think we need to rebrand the idea of a stay interview and make it a step-up session. A session where we sit with an employee and we talk with them and connect with them and understand them as a holistic human instead of just a worker first. And then realize the ways in which our organization can help them grow. Again, not just as a worker, but as a human. That way, employees will be more engaged and more willing to help the business grow. I love the AWMoms initiative. I've been a part of it for 2 years now because it humanizes the gender gap. It calls leaders' attention to it. And my hope for the future is that this conversation goes away. And really my hope for the future is that by the time my 7-year-old daughter enters the workforce, that this is over and this isn't an issue. And whichever way she decides to create her family, she has the option to do that.